Hello, everyone. It's Crystal Hill here, founder of Hill House Publishing, and it is my great pleasure to introduce you to one of our beautiful authors of the Beyond Certainty book, Anika Singh. She is an artist, an alchemist, and a geolove healer, as well as a mindset and manifestation coach. With a wealth of knowledge acquired through extensive study and practice, she has dedicated herself to the profound field of energy healing for over 5 years now. Anik's transformational journey as a healer and coach has touched countless lives, empowering individuals to transcend limitations and manifest their deepest desires. She holds a first-class BA honors in arts and a postgraduate diploma in finances. As an artist, she channels her passion and creativity into her work, recognizing the profound impact of addressing the root cause and facilitating authentic personal growth. I'm just so excited to have a chat with you, Anika. Welcome.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, so share with everyone, I think, firstly, how did you end up in this book? I've just read your biography, so let's start with the way that we connected and what was that calling, or what call did you answer to come into the Beyond Certainty book?
Right. Well, I've always loved writing, and the way I communicate best is through writing and through paintings. And so I always wanted to write something. I keep on writing, and then there was a day, um, just a month before this book came, and I literally had a kind of a vision, like of this of the cover of the book, and there was something that just clicked to me. And when I saw the cover of the book, I was like, "This is just something what I saw." And when you have that a strong gut feeling inside you that yes, this is something that's meant for you. And I don't even know if I was ready at that time to really become an author to write in a book, but it was something just speaking, like shouting inside of me, like, yes, this is it, and I should go for it. And I decided to just go with the flow and let's see how it goes. And
Mm,
there I met
I
you.
love that. I love that you had a vision of the book, and then you saw the book and said, "That's the one I saw in my vision."
Yeah,
You know, It's
yeah,
interesting how sometimes the universe gives us signs, and sometimes they're really obvious in your example, and other times they're more like a gentle nudge, gentle tap on the shoulder. Looking back now, at the time of this recording, we're like literally over a week away from publishing this book. What has this journey been like for you? Actually, not just writing for yourself, but actually writing to be published and to be witnessed in your journey.
well, this journey has been beyond incredible because before I started writing, I never thought it would have such a profound effect on me. But now I can say that this is literally a life-changing experience that I would say because there's a saying that we hear when a person dies, it's just there's a fraction of second where the person can see literally his entire life in front of him. I'm not pretty sure how much that is true, but while writing this book, it happened a same kind of experience. Like whenever I try to write something, I journal lot, I write a lot. That's okay. When I was writing the chapter in one go, that was still okay. But when you keep on going and editing the thing, and it brings you back to before you even came into existence, and you start seeing every part of yourself and trying to remember each and everything. When you try to remember everything, like, have I missed something? Is there something that needs to be added? it's literally like you're seeing your entire life in front of you, which gives you like a life-changing transformation, I would say, because that brings in front of you your entire life, the way the incidents have happened in your life, and then it brings back the memories that, okay, I always had the signs when such and such things happened with me. In my case, I even noticed so many patterns that I've never seen before. Like I never had that much of self-awareness that I could see those patterns. Okay, I was following some cycles and those were repeated and where things were going wrong. Like literally I could see um story, that chapter of myself, like myself in front of me and where I need to edit myself instead of the chapter. So that way it was pretty different for me. And being a published author is it's like such a big honor and would be like I always wanted to be an author, and now it doesn't seem like just being an author. It's a lot more than that.
Mm. It's so interesting, isn't it, that when we take the time to reflect on our life, because you know that you didn't write a whole book where you could just share everything. It was a very specific, well, we were looking at your life through the lens of certainty, or what lies beyond certainty, and how you've dealt with the uncertainties in your life, but also really sharing and honoring the journey that you've been on. And I love how you're sharing that you really had to reflect on what to keep in and what you keep out. And I remember there was one stage you said, Crystal, I've got like 5,000 words. I don't know what else to cut. I've already cut so much. And there was still another 2,000 words that somehow needed to be trimmed. And that journey is like it yeah, it really brings highlights what is the essence of my story, right? It really helps you to focus it in, and that doesn't isn't to say that there's other stories that you won't put into another book or your solo book or into another chapter, but what
Exactly.
was relevant for this book, right?
Right. One more thing I would like to add is that when we are writing a long book, or we are just writing our own um, day-to-day journal, it doesn't seem like the same. But exactly the way you said that, I called you that I have so many words, I don't know what to cut. And those moments when I was again and again writing, okay, this needs to be cut, this needs to be cut. That was actually the moment, Crystal, in my life when I realized that this needs to be cut from my life as well, not just from the book. So that's why I'm saying it's life changing. Like, cut this from your life, cut this from your life now.
So when you're saying cut this from your life now, it's like these stories, these beliefs, they no longer belong into the repetition of thoughts that I have in my mind. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, because they don't need to go ahead with me anymore. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. I've been doing such things in so long. Wow. Like so long. Now I don't need to do it. Cutting it from the book, okay, I'm cutting it from my life also. It doesn't need to be, like moved on ahead with that.
And does that feel like you're now free from it? Like you've written it out of your system and now you've cut it on the paper and now you've also therefore cut it from your life?
Yeah, exactly. That's the power of writing. Yeah, because when I was trying to write, like I said that I always love to journal, and that's a way of putting my emotions on the paper that frees my mind. But then I never thought of writing my entire past story into something, and that way it becomes like I just feel so free. Like I'm free from so much baggages, I would say, literally.
Yeah. And there was a beautiful metaphor that you used in your chapter around, when you come through the tunnel, the darkness of the tunnel, and you see the yourself on the other side, something around you are the light. There
Exactly.
was this really powerful transformation that you experienced.
Because
Yeah.
all the way when I've been like on the healing journey since I guess, I don't know, in twins. We never know that. And I, in the beginning, I would say a few years back, I would have like the way people used to say, I used to think like, okay, there would be like at the end of the tunnel, something just like a light or something I would see. I don't know. It's like a kid's mind. It's like, but then at the end, I just realized light is always within you, which keeps guiding, and
Mm.
that's what keeps you moving forward. And that's where you find your true self, and your true self is something like full of that light. And you remember, just a reflection calling you to be in your true essence, to be free from all those um, beliefs, or I would say blockages, or whatever it has been holding back. So it's always within you. You don't need to find it anywhere else,
Yeah, it's just that you need to cut out certain stories out of your life and certain beliefs, right?
which is not easy. But
No.
that's the thing. Yeah, that's really the thing. You need to have the courage if you really want to change your story, and pick up the courage and just move ahead. Uh, I think
Yeah.
that's what about this book is about, and everybody's journey is mostly about the same. How they embrace so much of courage to be what they are now.
Yeah, exactly. And so it's that transmission of courage that will help us to embrace the unknown within ourselves, which in a way I would even say is our highest potential, because it has been so, there's been so many layers of conditioning that have been put upon us and so many fears. And once we unravel them with the help of somebody like you, who, you've made this now your life mission to help others to also free themselves from their patterns, their beliefs, and their stories, so that they can come into their full potential. Do you want to share a little bit about how you work with your clients?
Okay, well, I have always been doing the same thing, like healing through energy healing. That was my main work. And then I understood that it's better to be a counselor or like a coach. And because I really wanted to help people understand the insights, because healing through the mindset is very powerful, and the way you can heal yourself through your own power, through your own mind. And for a long time, I had been doing that. And there was a time that I realized that sometimes people just need something to just work for them, and like literally like keeping something like as a charm, I would say, or something that would do the work for them. Like we keep crystals for so and so thing. And then I realized that if I have that much of wisdom, I can try to create something. I can alchemize something into bring my passion and my wisdom together, and bring my artwork in such a way that it could give that effect, that profound effect to the people. And that's what I'm actually trying to do now.
Hmm. And are you referring to your artwork as the gift, that chime that you're bringing them, that you're infusing with beautiful healing energies?
All right.
Do you want to share a little bit about that and how you came to, you are an artist. That's what you are by profession. That's how you're trained, but that's also just who you are in your essence. And then you've had this beautiful idea to combine that with healing. And you studied geolove healing, and I think it would be interesting to explain to people what that means. I mean, I don't want you to give all your secrets away, but just the concept of what that is and how people can work with your art.
Right. So the way I work is I try to infuse my healing energies and vibrations into the painting. It's not much about the way I paint or what I make, because it's more about the sacred geometries, or maybe symbols that could be hidden. Sometimes I feel guided to hide that, or sometimes it could be visible. But the main purpose is to infuse all that, bring everything together, piece together. And the main motive is to bring abundance in all areas of a person's life, and very in a very gentle way, in a subtle way, that they can understand and take it and understand it as well. And when I say abundance, it's not about the financial abundance only that I'm talking about, because abundance means every aspect of your life, because everything, there needs to be a balance about for everything, for your health, for your work life, regarding your relationship, regarding the finances. So um, that's what I try to do, like trying to help people get abundance in all their lives. And of course, there would be some things that people would need to let go of and release. So in the beginning, I've seen that like some people, when they pick the paintings, they would see some great effect. They would be happy. For sometimes I've seen that a few days they would not feel so good. But that's how the healing works. I mean, you do know that, and because you need to release something, because you cannot keep pouring into a full cup. And if you keep holding on to a full cup, you won't get anywhere. So just be gentle with yourself, keep letting go of the things, and I'm sure with all the energies and all the channel messages that I have put, that will keep ringing in your ears, that will keep telling you how to go about it and what you need to release, what you need to let go of, and to make you reach a point where you can really um, have a life full of abundance. That's my goal. And I don't think
Mm.
that needs to do much with that, and they can just keep it in their homes. And what I would say, the best thing, if you really want to connect, I do also describe sometimes specifically what it is about. Also, the main thing is to bring abundance, but of course, sometimes there are specific things that would do for them. In that case, I would just say that connect with the painting from your heart space. I would say, instead of all the mind chattering, just go to your heart space and just try to connect with the painting. Like I've also written in the descriptions many times with my paintings, to inhale and like 3 times, and hold it for 3 times, exhale from the mouth 3 times, and that would be a 3 times geometric breathing. So you can keep doing that for as long as you can to connect with the energy of the paint. So I think that would give a more profound effect if you want to feel that.
Mm. That sounds amazing. Yeah, and I never even considered that you could work with a painting and the breath at the same time to create a really powerful transformational effect. So thank you for sharing that. I know you have a website that I haven't prepared yet. Do you maybe I want to put it in here, so maybe you can quickly tell me what it is and I will put it in the banner. If you just tell me and then I will
Okay,
punch it in.
that would be natural alchemy 444 dot etsy.com.
Natural Alchemy. Natural Alchemy 444 at Etsy
Dot
dot no dot
yeah
Etsy
yeah
dot
dot com.
com. Wonderful. I think I've got that right. So I'm going to add that banner and I'm going to put it across here. Let me know if I got that right. Natural Alchemy 444 at Etsy.com. So this is where you can find Anika's beautiful paintings. To order your own prints, you order your own digital copies, and then even reach out to her and see what breathing exercises can I do with this to really have the maximum benefit of this painting for my own healing. And I think we were talking at some stage, this is good for somebody who may not consciously be ready to do any work. So for example, if I'm a mother and I have children and I can see that they're struggling in certain areas, or maybe with depression or anxiety, so I could just bring one of those paintings into their environment to help them to increase their love in their life. And could that work in that way?
Yes, you can just keep that painting like in their room, specifically in the room. The energies I've intended is not very extreme, so they won't go full floaty or that kind of effect. It would be very subtle and gentle. And of course, like if the children, they don't need to breathe because God knows the best. Like it will work itself to provide that thing. I mean, if you could just see, there would be some specific paintings for with the children in depression. I would suggest like combination of peace and joy. Like this one I have created, and I'm still working more on that because as I'm a solo person working on my paintings, it does take time. But to bring on peace, and when you bring in peace, you should always bring in joy. Peace should never be
Mm.
lived alone. Like you cannot just give peace. That's it. No, peace has to be accompanied with either happiness or joy. Bring that together. So I have made some one or two paintings with that thing, and that would help not just the children, but in the entire home.
Yeah. So the other options, like I'm thinking about when else might the paintings be nice. So I'm imagining like if I for like something for focus or for clarity, like if somebody feels really stressed and overwhelmed in their life and they have to, they might be an entrepreneur and they have to get certain things done. So what do you have paintings that will are infused with those kind of vibrations as well?
Yes, exactly. There is one specific painting that I have, two, I would say, but one is there for clarity and for science that I have written, clarity plus science, and that is a very powerful one because I've sent the digital prints to few people and I've seen because that is intended to give extreme clarity, very clear, undeniable clarity in a very safe and gentle way, and to give the science and whatever um, clarity or insight is required for a specific question, so they will get that. Plus, in these paintings, they are timeless the way I create it. So it's not like you have a question, you ask it, and it's done. Now you can just, it's over. It's not like that. You can just give thanks to God for helping you out, and you can move on to the next question or next thing. Otherwise, it in the background, it will keep helping you with whatever you need more, I would say, rather than want more, because God knows the
Mm, always, exactly. Are there any other paintings that you have that you would like to share about?
Well, you can always visit uh, website that's written over here,
Yeah.
naturalchemy44.etsy.com, and you can like just not about just seeing what you're looking for. Just try to see what resonates most with you, because that will be the one that is needed most at that time. So if you feel drawn to a specific kind of a painting, don't doubt about it. Just go for that one and let it work for you. That's what I would say. And beside every painting, I have written a long description for every painting, what it's intended to do. And if there's anything other specific thing that you would require from that, that always, it's not just that I have something special to do about it. Not, everybody has the power for that thing. You can always like just pray yourself, just put a hand over your heart and pray to God or like whatever you believe in, and just request God to provide you with whatever you're looking for. Because when I say that, it will provide you abundance in all areas of your life. It's supporting you in that. So that would cover up everything. If you need something specific, the descriptions will be.
I love that. And because you've put that intention in there for the highest good and for the ultimate abundance of in all areas of life, that is going to activate and work away in with that person on all levels that it needs to work on. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
amazing. Is there anything else that you would like to share, or a message that you would love to pass on to the readers. I'm with the book. We're talking about readers, but right now, you can see us with our watchers and listeners. Is there any message that kind of comes through to you at this time very powerfully?
Right now, what I feel is the most important thing that you need to believe is just believe in love. There's always a balance of everything in this life. Like there's bad, there is evil, there is day, there is night. There will always be good times, there will always be bad times. It will always be there. The only point is what you choose to focus on, what you choose to put your energy, where you choose your energy. So that's what you're bringing into your life. So always choose love. That's what I would say. And if you're able to look at from a place of love, that's what you'll always get.
Yeah. So even
Even
in
in
those most challenging, go
sorry,
ahead.
okay, I was saying even in your like darkest times, or even if you're low, try to look at it from a perspective of unconditional love. That's what I would
Mm.
say. Try to understand and embrace that part of yourself with love. Try to see everything from a place of love.
Yeah, very, very, it's so powerful. And the question that I sometimes ask myself is, what would love do right now? How would love deal with this situation? If I could see this situation through the eyes of love, what would I do? How would I feel? What would I embody? So, yeah, I think that's the ultimate advice, isn't that? It's the ultimate lens through which we can look. Yeah, very,
And
very good reminder.
I personally believe that love is everything. Love is, I'm not talking about the romantic kind of love in specific, but this love, uh, unconditional love for your pain, for your life situation, for your family members, for everything, for the times you're feeling so low, or everything. Whenever you're trying to embrace everything with love, love is the most powerful energy that exists on this planet and beyond this planet. And love is the foundation of everything. It births miracles, like all the miracles, blessings, and healing. Everything that is there, the foundation is love. If it's not love, it's not gonna work.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So breathing in the love right now. And then I have one final question for you, and that is just bringing it back to the book. Actually, there's this kind of a twofold question. Who- mm, What is your intention for the reader when reading, our book and your story in particular? What would you love them to receive from that?
Well, I really, before when I was while I was writing the book, even at that time, what specifically I wanted was that people get the courage to embrace uncertainty and to find that courage within yourself, to believe in yourself, and to keep moving ahead, no matter where you are on the journey. Feel inspired because there are so many people in the world who have done that, and with so many people here in this book, because with everybody's story, I mean, it will be so inspiring that you will be able to find the courage to deal with just anything that you're going through. So I really intend everybody to not to feel stuck or feel that if the life is not going okay, then this is it for me, because there's nothing like that. It doesn't exist. There's a story you have lived, and there's a story that you can create yourself. It's just a point that you need to realize how much control you have over your life and start believing in yourself and take that leap of faith. And I hope that with all um, all the stories, all the powerful stories that everybody have mentioned in the book, that there will be so many lives will be touched, and at some point they will be able to find those that inspiration, that hope and courage to keep moving forward with love.
Mm, very, very well said. I love that. Our story of the past is the story that has made us who we are. And from this moment forward, we can choose to create the story that we want to live. And of course, if people want to read your story of the past that has made you into this incredibly wise healer and artist that you have become, then yes, go and click that link that's on the screen right now to buy our book on launch day, 25th of August, 2023. And yeah, go to Anika's chapter and see what she talks about, and you will understand why she would have wanted to cut some of her story out and no longer carry that into her future, right? And I'm sure everybody can relate when we say that, because we've all have those experiences and those moments. And if you are somebody who feels like you want to go through a similar experience of culling out the story by firstly crystallizing it and realizing what it is, in bringing it into a chapter, to then also choose and remember who that story has made you, to move forward with even more clarity, charisma, and confidence, to serve people more, then I invite you to connect with me to have a conversation and seeing how I can help you bring that story alive in a book as well, and make you a published author, so that we one day can have a conversation like this where you can share your wisdom. Thank you again so much, Anika. It's been such a joy having this conversation with you and hearing your message about love and abundance and the power of manifestation of what we choose we can create, because we are the creators of our story. So thank you so much.
Right. Thank you so much, because I feel so honored to speak with you. Every time I talk to you, I feel so empowered, and working with you has been a lifetime, once in a lifetime opportunity, I would say. And I'm beyond grateful for being a part of your book and contributing here. And thank you so much.
Thank you. And